Dynamic speaking. Hydrodynamically speaking. Got Chelsea Finn rowing in what shall we fin as I sow in what it'll go just in Aquarius. Hydrodynamically speaking. Got Chelsea Finn rowing in what shall we fin as I flow in what it'll go just in Aquarius. Of moisture sails that flow like wind blows. This is a breeze so simple, sprinkle natural mist with mistake. Then you can catch these droplets of space like vapor. I can't wait to precipitate. Rapping rainfall floods the city gates, so litigate laws of nature. Flow from the Arctic past the equator. Say the words that immerse the universe with water. This outburst gets worse, it's a starter. Slaughter, you swimming in shoes made of mortar. Stuck in the aqueduct with no border. Shorter breath, got you breathing.
Yeah, young Twizzle. Woo! I got a crush on you. Got a crush on you. Got a crush on you, girl. When I first saw you, I couldn't believe my eyes. Exotic beauty took me by surprise. Never knew I could feel this way. I think about you night and day. From the very first glance, I was hypnotized. Unknown emotions, nature eyes. I get so lost looking into your pretty brown eyes. Caramel skin, sexy lips, ooh, them thighs. Girl, you are the one for me. The one who's gonna satisfy all my needs. That's why I got a crush on you. Got a crush on you. Got a crush on you. Got a crush on you, girl. I can't hold back any longer. I got to tell you how I feel, yeah. My love for you keeps getting stronger. Let's get bonded like magnet and steel. My desire is to set your soul on fire. Treat you like the queen you are, be mine forever. It's been a while, I've been contemplating how to express this sexual feeling. I am like a volcano, ready to erupt. Anticipating your warm and tender touch. That's why I got a crush on you. Got a crush on you. Got a crush on you. Got a crush on you, girl. Oh baby, yeah. You know I got a crush on you. Oh yes I do. Yeah. Oh yeah, baby, yeah. I got a crush on you. Got a crush on you. Got a girl, you are the one for me. the one who's gonna satisfy all my needs. I got a crush on you, got a baby, yeah.
Twister, how you doing, fam?
I'm all right, man.
Good. How you doing? I'm Mr. Batch. I'm here. You're there. Who you heard just now was the song stylings of Young Twizzer. Hopefully I got that right. Right, Twiz?
Yes, sir.
Or just straight up Twiz?
Yeah.
All right. So who was that song dedicated to?
Well, really, it's dedicated to the guys that got a girl and she fronting on them.
Oh,
But,
okay.
he got a crush on her, so he got to sing this song to her,
Okay. Man, you wrote that, right?
Yeah.
I
Made
hear
the
you,
beat,
fam.
so-
You got a little tenderness in here. You with your sensitive side with that relationship thing.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. Do you have a CD out? Have you been cutting any tracks?
Well, I'm trying to make an album right now, but
Okay.
it's not in stores yet.
Okay, good. I understand that you're working with Promise Productions, Lady Morsab.
Yeah.
You're doing some showcases. I've seen you out at several events doing your thing, and I think you got a little something there. You know what I'm saying, young man? You can hold your own.
Yeah.
All right, is there anything you want to say before I let you bounce? Hopefully you come back a little bit later. Anything
Yeah.
who you want to holler at?
I would like to give a shout out to my mother, my father, my brother Richard, and my friend Raekwon.
All right, that's right. Keeping it family. That's right. I'm glad. This is the first young man I didn't have to say, you got to say hello to mom. You know what I'm saying? My brother, you are so blessed, and hopefully you can come back a little bit later. If not, you're going to come at another installment of the
I'll come back and do another one.
Okay, then. Cool. You stay blessed, my brother. All right, that was Young Twizzer. And now I'm Mr. Batch. I'm here. You're there. We're going to send it over to Lady Morsab. She has a... Oh, they're shaking their fingers at me. They're shaking their fingers at me. What is it, Michelangelo? We have a phone caller. We can start right away with phone callers. You'll see the phone number up on your screen. You've tuned in. I want you to dial in. Okay? I'm here. You're there. Excuse me for the cough. We come live every Sunday. Wait a minute. Not live Sunday. We're not live on Sundays. We're live on Thursdays at 10 a.m. The repeat broadcast is at 5 p.m. on Sundays. I'd like to make sure that I'd like to thank Cool Clyde, who had came through here on a couple of installments of the In the Neighborhood program. I'd like to thank Sean. She's his PR. She handles all the stuff. And all of those folks that came through here to hang out with us with Cool Clyde and some of the true pioneers of hip-hop. Are we ready now, guys? Oh, we're ready now. They said I could do this now. And now I'm going to turn it over to my lovely co-host, Lady Morsab.
Good morning. And again, welcome to the In the Neighborhood show. I've been so graciously granted a special segment. And on this special segment, what we want to talk about are the differences that women make in the community. And I am blessed to be here with two very special guests. But before I introduce these two very special guests to you, I have a little poem. And this poem is simply about the different roles that women play. And it's called I Am. And it goes like this. I am the value of all that you deem. I am your princess. I am your queen. I am your butcher and I am your baker. I am your tailor and your undertaker. I am your cook and I am your nurse. I am the lilt in your poetic verse. I am your sister and I am your mother. I am the sweet cream in your fluffernutter. I am your sunshine and I am your rain. I am your prize when you win the game. I am your journey. I am your purpose. I am your partner for better or worse. I am your backbone, your pure inspiration. I'm your discovery, your greatest sensation. I'm your police. I'm your CO. I'm like a shadow wherever you go. I am your mascot. I am your team. I am the subject of all your wet dreams. I am essential of this, there's no doubt. When you sink too deep, I pull you out. I'm sometimes your sweetheart and sometimes your baby. But first and foremost, I'm always a lady. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you our very, very special guest. I like to think of them as the people's champion. Also, unbeknownst to them, I also think of them as the Cagney and Lacey of the Catholic Church. So it's my pleasure to introduce to you Sister Mary Doris first. And I want her to tell you a little bit about what she does and who she is. Sister Mary Doris, tell us what you do.
Well, actually, presently, I direct a shelter for homeless women and children in the Bronx in the Highbridge section, working very, very hard to reach some of these young single moms, to help them to understand the value of their lives and the purpose of their lives, and hopefully to provide services that will enable them to move beyond a situation of dependence to independence, and to truly be women who can stand on their own and become more able to face society and to become more independent in their lives. And number one, to be mothers who truly care and who are enabled to care for their children and support them in their endeavors. We have a wonderful staff at Sienna House, trying very hard to reach them and to support them. And I guess we've been in existence for 14 years, and we're delighted to be able to continue.
Beautiful. Sister Mary Doris, let me ask you something. How did this come about for you to have a shelter there? I understand that this was formerly a convent, but you took an interest in the neighborhood and in the situation of the women today, and you wanted to make a difference. And so you took some very, very, how can I say, very inspiring moves to make this happen. So tell us exactly what happened.
Well, actually, I was teaching adult education in the Highbridge neighborhood, a lot of young women who had never finished high school. And I was touched by some of their stories. They did not have a decent place to live, or they were living in an overcrowded situation, either pregnant or having a small baby, with no one to truly care for the child while they continued their education. So I was looking for a house. And the sisters were living in this convent. There were 3 of them. It was a very large building, and they were moving out of it because the building was underutilized. I know for a moment Mother Teresa's opened a place for her order, and they were there for about 3 or 4 years and then moved on. At that point, I was looking for a place, and I asked the pastor if we might take it, and the city was willing to help us at that point. And so we invited the city to come and look at the building, and they felt it was a decent place for homeless families. We took in 27 women who were either pregnant or having young children, and presently are working within the neighborhood. And I think the Highbridge neighborhood has a lot of resources for us. And so we're trying very, very hard to continue after 14 years to meet the needs of these young women.
So at this time now, one woman, all right, with the help of various agencies, took it upon herself to be a champion to 27 women at a time. You have no idea how often these groups turn over, and constantly Sister Mary Doris has been a great influence to these women, and we thank her for her efforts in the neighborhood. Also, we have with us Sister Loria Fitzgerald. Sister Loria, you already have your own mic, so we're going to ask you to introduce yourself and tell everyone about yourself, what it is that you... Let me just say this to you. For those of you who have seen Sister Loria in the neighborhood, and those of you who haven't, Sister Loria is the one who goes out into the trenches. She goes down in the train tunnels. She goes into these abandoned buildings, and she feeds the homeless. She doesn't make judgment. It doesn't matter. If you need help, she's there for you. So I want her to tell you a little bit about what it is she does. Sister Loria?
Good morning. I'm just wondering if I'm Cagney or Lacey. It's my privilege to be here this morning with Sister Mary Doris, who, it was her invitation 14 years ago that allowed me the privilege to work with the homeless. And I went from the visible homeless inside Sienna House to the invisible homeless of the streets. What the streets have taught me is be true to who you are. And I've learned a great sense of community from the members of the streets. My guests, I call them. They're really the teachers. I'm just the one that aids them along the way. And just walking with them and learning from them, it's been a real privilege for me.
Now, looking at you two, you don't look like the conventional nuns. I mean, what happened to the habits and all the other stuff that the nuns wear? I see you when you prepare and you go out and you go into the trenches and you go to church. And I noticed that you're very different from the way that we've grown up to know nuns to be. So what's the difference? What's happened? Things are becoming more modernized now.
For me, the dirt is dirt, and my genes kind of wear the dirt, so it wouldn't be beneficial to have on a habit that would separate me from those that I want to hug and those that I want to kneel with and be with, and wearing street clothes, and especially work boots and jeans for the places I go, allows me to be comfortable in their presence, and I hope that they're comfortable in my presence.
Well, we're going to have to wrap this up soon, but there's something that I want to touch on. Now, you've heard for yourself how these ladies are dedicated and how they give of themselves unselfishly. Sister Loria, with all the things that you do, I heard that you've been arrested. Is that true?
I have, yes.
What could you possibly arrest a nun for?
Well, right now it's a case of dishonesty and the lack of integrity in the police departments. That's all I could really.
I understand that you're limited on how much you can say, but it's just to show you that it doesn't matter who you are or where you are or what it is that you do. Things do happen, but see, we have to continue to carry ourselves with poise and grace and overcome these battles. Unfortunately, you're fighting in the same neighborhood to make these people better, and the same people that are supposed to be on the same accord as you are the ones that are coming against you. And we really hope that things work out favorably for you. I understand that there are a lot of things going on in the courts right now as far as the situation is concerned. Do you see any repercussions as far as what's happened to you so far?
There has been repercussions, but I really can't speak to that.
Okay.
It's just a heart-wrenching situation for me, who is the daughter of a decorated policeman, and it's broken my heart.
I understand. I understand. I want you to know that Sister Mary and Sister Loria are from the Order of the Sisters of Dominican? St. Dominic, okay? And we want to thank you very, very much. And if you have any questions, please feel free to call in. We thank you so much for being with us, and we hope that you come back again to visit, and we hope that you continue on doing all the good work that you do. And right now, we're going to turn it over to Mr. Batch.
All right, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Sisters, thank you. The Cagney and Lacey. All right, ladies, thank you for blessing us with your presence and the good charitable work you do. Speaking of charitable work, don't go anywhere. Speaking of charitable work, Lady Mossab, you're going to have a phone number for these guys at the end of the show, right? I am. And we're speaking of charitable work here today. And I just noticed in today's AM New York that they have something, a nice half-page fact. Listen to what it says here. 1 in 5 New Yorkers turn to a soup kitchen or food pantry for food because they have no other choice. Now, this is a New York City bank-to-bank partnership food drive. And it's from November 1st to November 30th, 2003. Drop off cans of food today at Fleet, J.P. Morgan Chase and Company, Wachovia, and Washington Mutual Branch. Branch. All right, this is a food drive. Right now, it says right here, this little blurb, the food bank helps provide the food for over 200,000 meals served every day by more than 1,000 soup kitchens, food pantries, and other food assistance programs throughout the city. This is the Food Bank for New York, bank to bank. All right, so hope you folks find a way to be charitable to that. And speaking of being giving and caring and everything, yo, I'm blessed to have one of my brothers in Christ in here. Tell the people your name.
My name is Tony Brooks, president and founder of the I'm Blessed Foundation. These are two of my partners here, Laren Joseph and Cleveland Branchford.
How you doing, gentlemen?
How you doing?
All right, now, you spoke of a charitable organization that you have. Can we speak a little bit more of it? What's the name of it, and what is your mission?
Absolutely, but first I have to give honor to God.
True that,
I
true
really
that.
appreciate BronxNet giving me the opportunity.
No, wait a minute. Me. Okay.
Sorry.
No. They just provide this space. Let's get this straight. This is the In the Neighborhood show with myself, Mr. Batch, Lady Mossab, and the entire crew, and we'd love to have folks like you come in here.
Well, I appreciate
Please continue.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I do appreciate that and the clarification there. But basically, it's a great thing because it's an honor to me. My mom used to work with Eugene Brooks.
Yes.
When she passed away, you said some lovely words at her memorial. And it's ironic to know that she's looking down on me, because from where I started in doing my different functions and everything, I went to something that I thought was a lot more important, and that was the children. Growing up in the Bronx and seeing a lot of things, and thought that I didn't do as well as I could have done, to see some of these children now and to know how bad I could have had it. And if it wasn't for a strong mom and a strong background from my family, and just to do things for me to make me realize that it is a purpose out there, I could have been lost. I just wanted to comment on the situation, which I'm so sorry to hear about. I'm a police officer. I work for the Port Authority of New York and Jersey, 19 years. I work at the World Trade Center site. The reason I actually started this foundation was I know God and my mom were looking down on me on 9/11 because I was a senior desk officer.
Oh, so you're supposed to be on duty.
Senior desk officer, took that day off, and I had just come back from vacation, which I didn't schedule. It was something that was, like I said, it was a spur of the moment thing. I came back from Japan, and I said, you know what, I just don't feel like going to work that day, and took that day off. My sister, however, was in the building. She was in building 2 on the main level.
Whoa.
And, you know, 19 years being a police officer, you believe that you're professional. You believe that you know how to deal with situations when a crisis occurs. But you don't know when something like that occurs.
Until it happens.
Exactly.
Until it happens, and you have to go out there and take action.
Absolutely. And to know we have a very close-knit family, and me and my sister, that's it, besides my son. And did not know where my sister was. But just thinking about my mom, and she says, listen, you got to believe in God and pray. And I prayed aloud, and I said, God, I can't lose my sister right now. I says, I just lost mom. I said, can't lose her. 5 minutes later, my sister called me on the phone and said she was on Broadway and Liberty Street, and she said she was okay. So then I kind of went back into police mode. I said, okay, my sister's okay, I'm all right. Let me go ahead and see if I can help some people down there. But, you know, the reason I'm saying that, and I'm telling you that I am a police officer, it's unfortunate that police officers are seen when things are on the negative side recently. And it's not all of us. It is, you know, remember, police officers are human beings that took on a job.
Yes.
So you can't change the human being. It really is not the occupation. It's the person that wears that uniform. It's a lot of us that really mean to do well. And that's why paying a tribute to those fallen people, those victims, the officers that I work with, and the firemen, that I started I'm Blessed. And I'm Blessed, basically what it does is it takes the less fortunate, which are our children. You know, our children have no bearing on coming here. You know, we're adults, we have them. We have no bearing, so they shouldn't have to suffer. But unfortunately, due to economics and different things, they do suffer. So what I did last year, spurred of the moment, I talked to a good friend of mine, which is the Vice President, Janella Meeks, and she works for the Honorable Roger Green out of Brooklyn. Okay. And we actually did a holiday party last year. So in 2 weeks, we actually raised about 1,000 toys, and we did a holiday party, gave 200 children of women of battered children, mothers, grandmothers who became mothers again, and a homeless shelter out of Brooklyn, and we did this party for them. And it's amazing to see what a $2, $3, $5 toy can bring some joy to some children.
So you don't have to go to FAO Schwartz and get that big expensive gift. You can get enough for certain age groups.
Right, and what I want to really to put a point to is our children that are a little more fortunate, that have the parents that, you know, really go out there and get those holiday gifts that they want. They really should come participate and bring the children. That's the bigger thing, because we forgot.
That's interesting.
Right, because what we did, we've actually forgotten the spirit of giving. Christmas is not to receive; it's the spirit of giving, and we've actually forgot that, and especially our children. And our children don't realize how blessed they truly are when they have a mother and father out there working.
They got that list. I see them. They be
Absolutely.
like, yo, I want a PS2, Xbox, I want some FUBU, some Jiggy, you know what I'm saying? They make out a list.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if you folks out there have any questions and concerns talking about what involvement these, please call up. I'd like to hear you folks talk about this gentleman, Tony Brooks, and the I'm Blessed Foundation. Can we get to the other two gentlemen over here? And what is your capacity in this organization, and how do you feel about this outreach to the kids?
My name is Larry Joseph. I'm a member of the board for Unblessed Foundation. I participated last year, and I think the biggest thing, there was a lot of people that lost jobs, and there was so much turmoil going on, but the turnout of people giving back was unbelievable. I mean, there was so many people that came and had that spirit of giving last year. And you can never really know the true rewards until you see the smile on those children's faces when you give them that gift. And like I said, it's not the point of an Xbox, as you said, or a PlayStation. They were just happy to know that other people was caring for them, to come and give them a gift. Tony Brooks actually pulled in my organization, which is Black Sense Entertainment, last year, and we was in the capacity of just wanting to give back to the community. I'm also a child of the Bronx. I grew up in the Bronx, in the Southeast section of the Bronx.
Yeah.
And
I'm sorry, I got to get in there. There's a whole, if you know him, if y'all know him from the hood and whatnot, if y'all grew up with this man, pick up the phone call now. You can talk to him. This is a positive thing. Please continue.
Yeah, so that was the whole thing. Really, the emphasis of just giving back to kids throughout, you know. We are fortunate this year to actually expand. Last year we just did really Brooklyn. We had to focus on Brooklyn. This year we're going citywide. We're going to be have drop-offs in all 5 boroughs and giving out to children of all 5 boroughs.
And New Jersey.
And New Jersey.
Also. That's right. That's
so
right. We want this to be really charitable.
It's something that's growing, and just look out for Unblessed Foundation. I mean, it's an unbelievable organization that's doing unbelievable things.
Okay, let's get to this gentleman here on the end. Please tell the folks your name and your position and what's your involvement and what do you get out of this?
Right. My name is Cleveland Brailsford. I'm a board member of the Unblessed Foundation. I was asked to come in by another board member, Euclid Williams. He told me about the foundation, and I came and I met the people from the organization, and I was hooked. I mean, great people, committed people. I heard the mission, the passion. I saw. I'm in education, so I see the plight of disadvantaged children and families, even struggling families that are labeled middle class are still struggling in some senses, of the word. But the I'm Blessed Foundation is a group of committed individuals with a passion to give and to make a difference. And I've been with the organization for about 2 months now, and I've seen unbelievable growth. So our events do target disadvantaged children, but we're getting responses from corporate America. We're getting responses and reception from entertainers, Congress people. So it is growing, and the I'm Blessed Foundation is on the map.
Hold on to that word, I'm Blessed Foundation. I believe we have a phone call. Are you there?
Hey, Batch, how you doing? It's just Todd Hunt.
Todd, how you doing, my brother? How's everything?
All right.
Good.
I just wanted to address the brothers on your panel. If I donate something, I don't want it going overseas. I want to help somebody right here in the Bronx. I want to help locally, you know what I'm saying? Because too many people get involved in what's so far away from them and ignore the issues that's right around them.
Whoa, Tony, you want to answer that?
Absolutely. I'm from the Bronx also. I went to Adlai Stevenson High School, grew up on Story Avenue and Turnbull Avenue. And the fact is, our last event, I actually made reference to that. I said, you know what, you have a lot of third world countries that, they need a lot of help. But we need help here. We have so many people here, so many children, so many adults. And your brother, I know exactly how you feel, and we are definitely going to do that.
In the Bronx, when they open their refrigerator, there's just light. You know what I'm saying?
Words, that's real.
There's people starving right in the Bronx, and we can no longer point to the South Bronx. Right uptown where there's middle class and upper and lower, people doing that.
True that.
You know what I'm saying? It exists. So I'm just looking for. I'm willing to donate something, but I just want to help out locally.
Yo, you've got a very valid query about that, and I respect you for that. I gotta let you go, Todd. Anybody you want to holler at?
All right, listen, take it easy, and I'll get some information from you when I talk to you later, Batch.
You got it, my brother. You stay blessed.
All right.
Peace. Okay now. Well, Tony, we're gonna have to let you go. We've got something for them in the end of the credits, right? So that the people can get in touch. If not, please call the 646 number, and we'll get back in touch with you with any pertinent information dealing with any of our guests here on the program. Please bear with us. We'll get with you in a timely fashion. Yo, I'm having a fun time this morning with the tongue, ain't I, folks?
Lazy tongue.
Yeah, lazy tongue. Somebody give me another shot of coffee. All right, without further ado, we're going to show you a little clip. This is going to be very interesting. I want you to watch and give us a call afterwards.
Yo te regalaba todo lo que me pedías. Sin embargo me reclamas. Yo te daba hasta mi vida, pero tú que me has dado falsas promesas de amor, pero tú que me has dado golpes en el corazón. Yo te regalaba todo, hoy rendimos si te olvidas. Salí mal con mis amigos, porque tú no los querías, pero tú que me has dado, todo lo perdí por ti, pero tú que me has dado, solo me has hecho sufrir. Para sanar las heridas voy a buscar otro amor. Casi arruinaste mi vida, golpeando mi corazón. Yo te regalaba todo, con mi madre discutía, te quería abrir los ojos. Perdóname, madre mía, pero tú que me has dado falsas promesas de amor.
That was courtesy of a very good producer friend of mine, David El Chapin Amarin. But we'll have that gentleman here in the studio. He's here with us today live, folks. But without further ado, I am blessed and honored to have Martha Diaz, the executive director of the H2O Hip Hop Film Festival, correct?
International.
International, folks. Let's get this right. And of course, Roderick Giles, he's been an instructor for me. We took a class with him. We got this little piece that's so awesome, you guys need to see Arrested Media some other time. But if we got it today, we'll let it run. How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Okay, the film festival is going to be held
From the 11th
of
November through the 16th.
And where are you going to be located at this time? Where are you going to have
Well,
the
we're
venue?
still going to launch at the Bronx Museum.
Okay.
On the 11th, we're going to do this big launch party dedicated to Zulu Nation's 30th anniversary. We're going to show Star Wars. The director's going to be there. Africa Bambaataa, Curtis Blow, Roxanne Shante.
Yo.
Yeah, those are some of the guests that will be there. And then from the 12th through the 15th, we're going to have the film festival at Aaron Davis Hall at City College.
All right. That's a nice place to have it, you know, centrally located on the campus. That's the CUNY campus, right, Roger?
Yes.
Yes, that's the CUNY campus. Now, how old is your festival now? I believe.
It's the second year. It's the second.
Why does it feel it's been around for a long? Why does it feel it's been around for a long time?
It's the bomb. I had a film in there last year.
Yes,
it's the bomb.
we did. We
That's a
sure
lot of fun.
I mean, you know, I went last year. I was there last year. I was at all the events. We had two of your main honchos who ran things. What was the gentleman's name? I forgot his name. He had glasses.
Gabe Tolliver.
Gabe Tolliver and
Tanya Cuevas.
And Tanya Cuevas. What a dynamic woman. Whoa! I mean, she's about the business. She has fun and she's got a great rapport. And it's people on your staff like that get these filmmakers to bring their stuff, or the filmmakers bring it anyway.
The filmmakers bring it anyway because it's a much needed platform that that they could use. You know, they need to put their films out, and because we're limited with the media outlets, this is a great place to showcase it.
And what has helped some of these up-and-coming filmmakers going through your venue? Have they been able to get distribution deals? Have they been able to get finishing funds for some of their films? Have they been able to get A-list? Well, sometimes a lot of A-list actors appear on some of these indies.
Yes, they do. As a matter of fact, a couple of our films got picked up for distribution. I believe it was Morning Breath and Hip Hop Hope. Some of the other filmmakers just got press, you know, which they needed.
Is key. Which is key.
Yes, so they can do their next film. And they also, some of the actors, like we did a press conference last week, and Andre Arroyo was there from The Wire, and he was like, hey, you know, I'm looking for that independent film to be in. So, yeah, they're getting recognized by everyone in the community.
Okay, great. Roderick, speaking about the film festival, you said you had some of your work at the H2O International. I gotta make sure I put that in there, because this hip hop thing is worldwide, and to have it say H2O Hip Hop Film Festival, that must be something. We're gonna get back to the wording there. How's it been, that experience for you, putting your work in that festival?
It was a blast. I had a good time. I was able to kind of powwow with other filmmakers and people who may not have an opportunity, that just don't kind of flow in festivals that kind of happen downtown in Manhattan. Were able to see films, and I think that a lot of filmmakers that do films kind of have a voice, a very urban voice, and they can inspire and share their works in the Bronx. So I think it's a great thing. So, you know, and keep on doing it more.
Okay, Miss Diaz, you mind if I go to Miss Diaz?
It's okay.
Ready then.
I'm so used to it. You know, I'm a teacher as well.
Oh, you're a teacher? Well, okay, Miss Diaz. Okay. Now, that name, Hip Hop Film Festival, how did it go over at first when you first came up with this?
Well,
because come on, think about it. You know, hip hop is now ingrained in our culture. It's from everything, from the food we eat to the clothes we wear.
Yes. Well, the actual name H2O it's a abbreviation for Hip Hop Odyssey.
Oh, okay.
It's H2O.
All right.
And
that's trivia, folks. Got to remember that. It might be a question on Jeopardy. Yeah, that's right.
I'm a filmmaker myself, and I created a short film on global hip hop, focusing on the 4 elements of hip hop and seeing the impact around.
Wait a minute. I thought there was 5.
Well, there is.
Okay.
Because the 4 physical elements.
Well, see, in the previous set of installments, we had some true school hip hoppers. We had Kool Clyde, Theodore. We had some of the old school come through here, and we were doing the elements of hip hop, and you just happened to mention one of them. I'm sorry I did this.
Well, the 5th element is understanding and knowledge of self, the actual culture, understanding the culture. But the 4 elements are b-boying, DJing, graffiti, and MCing.
See, folks, that's it. That is the true elements of hip hop. All right, thank you for enlightening our viewers. Dwayne, the thespian, is here. How you doing, Dwayne? I see one of my friends from The Point. Is that correct? One of my friends from The Point is up in studio control. What's up? How you doing? Yeah, no, you. That's Mr. Aviles, right? Right? That's Mr. Aviles, right? How you doing? All right, what's up, Cupid? How you doing? All right. Always got to say hello to our folks up there in studio control and everything like that. We're busy here. This is a live show. Please, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
It's okay. So the name, I kept envisioning a formula. You know, like I kept seeing something, and it finally came to me, like age to and I was like, oh my God, this is what it means, and this is what it is, because I had traveled to so many countries, and I saw hip hop everywhere. It was like an odyssey. It was like seeing hip hop.
You know, when I went last year, the one that I saw that really got me was the one that was about South America. And they were showing
estilo hip hop.
Yo, they showed the whole. I'm like, yo, this was a flashback for me back to the 70s. They had the full graffiti thing going on, the breakdancing, the MCing, and the scratching, everything down pat. And I'm like, they captured the real essence of it. And that's really, if we were able to capture all of that on film when we were doing it back in our heyday, that's what it was then. Now, Mr. Roderick Giles, besides being a filmmaker, you're also an instructor here.
I'm an instructor, here at BronxNet. But I want to address something other than that.
Okay, what would you like to address as far as the film world is concerned and up-and-coming filmmakers?
My company, Clarinet Entertainment, is doing a little contest where we're kind of offering a cash prize, to the winner of the contest, and we're going to screen short films.
Okay.
The next event is on the 19th of November. So right after you finish kind of hanging out at the H2O, you kind of come on down and hang out with the Fade Up Film Contest.
Oh, it's called the Fade Up Film Contest. Okay, that's neat. Wow, this is going to be a busy week for us, guys.
Yeah.
Have your rollerblades on. Okay.
Can I give the address?
Can you give the address?
Yeah.
Where's it going to be located that you're going to have this film festival?
It's going to be at this place called Juno's, which is at 64 Downing Street, which is off of Varick.
Okay.
Block up from SOBs. We're kind of going to be there from 9 to about 2. So folks, come on down and see some good films. If they want to submit a film, they can go online to clarendenent.com. CLARENDONENT.com.
Okay. All right, that's interesting. I think me and Al need to put some of our work in there. We got something that we'd like to put in there. Now, Ms. Diaz, how do you feel that this film festival that you do is going to impact on the culture and the community as a whole globally?
Well, this year we are showing over 60 films.
Whoa.
That's double the amount we showed last year.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
And these are like brand new films. Like we're trying not to pick up films that are from other film festivals. You know, we want to be original.
Oh,
we want
to
people,
be exclusive.
Yeah.
I know. You know what? You can't. There ain't nothing wrong with exclusivity now.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that now.
We want to have world premieres, New York premieres, so that, you know, it's the place to be on the second week of November during Hip Hop History Month. The sponsor support has been enormous. This year we got Def Jam, Double XL, BET Digital Networks. You know, we got like 5 new sponsors from last year.
No, that's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
so,
and the people that are on your panel also.
Oh, yes. Well, and these films represent 7 countries. Including New Zealand.
New Zealand?
There's hip hop in New Zealand.
New Zealand?
The Maori people.
Aren't they, you know, when you look in the map, ain't they back up there with...
They're down by Australia.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
oh, you said New Zealand. I'm thinking Iceland. All right, somebody give them a compass.
But, so the impact is overwhelming. Like, it's spreading, and we're seeing it by the submissions, by the support. Because the power of hip-hop films is great as the music.
This is what we've got. Before we start losing any more time and moving on, now I have a class of students here. What school you ladies are from? The Young Women's Leadership School. Louder. The Young Women's Leadership School. They're from the Young Women's Leadership School. We have a set of high schoolers here. They're here watching the show firsthand live. We've invited them down. You guys been having a good time so far? Yeah. All right.
Any filmmakers in that?
All right. No. Well, right now, Miss Diaz, this group here, they've been working on some PSAs. Any words of wisdom to these young ladies about filmmaking? You can talk directly to them.
Well, absolutely. I mean, we have a PSA category. I felt it was important that we have a PSA category because we want to make that popular. And last year, Sister to Sister won the PSA category. And it's a young woman group from Brooklyn who did a PSA on police brutality. I think it was police brutality. And you can do it too, you know, so submit your PSAs, keep doing the work. And we have a youth program this year. That's something new too. Yeah, from 12 to 3, we have films by the youth, for the youth. So stop through. Okay. And it's free.
It's free, all right.
So raise your hand over there.
All right, all the filmmakers. Who are the filmmakers?
Raise your hand.
All y'all might as well raise your hand. You're from the same class now. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so see, these ladies, is that more motivation for you guys to get something, to get it done? Yes. Yes, all right now. I'd like to hear that.
Excellent.
I'd like to hear. Okay, we're gonna you must excuse me. I just love live television. You know, it's not no time out. Shut up, right? Shut up and.
Luego del colegio siempre me esperaba ella por ese camino largo de un amanecer, con sus manos blandas hacia barcos de papel. Aún recuerdo su risa de niña como ayer. Adolescente vuelvo hoy a descubrirte mi canción, a renacerme en el silencio de la flor. Los chistes absurdos, adolecer de tierna contando las últimas monedas que en el bolsillo le quedaron y me dejaban el sabor del cigarrillo, de la carta en que moría lentamente con el sol. Pero adolescentes, en algún lugar estás, en el campo de la lluvia te puedo respirar, con tus manos blandas hacia barcos de papel. Aún recuerdo su risa de niña como ayer. Adolescente vuelvo hoy a descubrirte mi canción, a renacerme en el silencio de la flor. Los chistes absurdos, adolecer de tierna contando las últimas monedas que en el bolsillo le quedaron y me dejaban el sabor del cigarrillo, de la carta en que moría lentamente con el sol. La 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 la
Ba, ba, ba. That's right. We've got that true international flavor going on, folks, right now, right here. Who've just joined us on the set, folks, is my buddy David El Marin Chapin. How you doing? How you doing, buddy?
I'm very fine.
Let me tell you about this gentleman, folks. His show is called TV Exclusivo. Myself and Mr. Carlton, these are one of the producers that we worked with when we first started cutting our teeth on the business. And I tell you, working a Spanish language program, there's never a dull moment. Right, buddy?
This is New York, right? Something is here around. Forget about it. We have to talk. How many languages in New York, bro?
I don't know.
You know,
I mean, the entire world. The entire world. So how's your show coming, buddy?
Forget it. You know, that show, incredibly, I have people's different countries calling me. You know, they say, what? You say you don't understand my show. Well, you like it. What? You say you got beautiful performance and talent, you bring energy. That's what I ask you, you know, every time when you start one new segment.
Yeah, that's right, that's right.
This is morning show. Wake up the people. Hey, let's go. Move it around.
That young man that was on the tape, how old was he?
6 years old.
Yo.
Incredible.
He was holding his own.
I have another one next show. Maybe we can have a time for put on, you know.
Oh, really?
She's ready to go into Despierta America, Channel 41.
Oh, really?
And these demos, you know, we have beautiful opportunity here for giving a space for these talents. You know, we have a lot of talents, but it's like that opportunity.
This is true. This is true. When major media controls everything, like, am I right, Miss Diaz? When major media and the big sponsors put their money behind the big festivals, the small guys get left out because you've got like 1,000 going for maybe 200 or 300 slots.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Before, you know, we have Sabrina. This young guy, you know, it's this little boy is from Colombia. 6 years old. Her mother started in TV Exclusivo. Remember Nelsie?
Yeah, Nelsie.
5 years ago.
That's her
3 or
son?
4 years ago. Yes.
Whoa.
All right. The first time in New York, she come to my show. Now she's go around New York City.
Yeah, she's a nice performer. She's a nice performer.
Now she's going much better. But now, let me tell you something. We have from South America, Uruguay.
What?
This beautiful girl is coming.
And beautiful girl is coming.
Yeah, she's ready now to set. You know that.
Okay,
right?
but before we get to
she's coming
that,
from Uruguay, but she represents Latin America.
That's right. Before we get to the person from Uruguay, what days and times does TV Exclusivo come on?
And the Condado La Salsa in the Bronx, we have official, you know, every Friday, 10 p.m. But they play back 1 p.m. Friday, Saturday, 12:30 midnight, and Monday, 12 midnight.
Oh, all right. So you make sure that the
space, we have a lot of entertainment, you know, running, you know, little pieces for different countries. You know, got to go to Central South America. Watch my show.
Yeah, watch your show because you have
countries.
They represent Ecuador, El Salvador, Nicaragua.
We're talking something laws, you know,
fashion,
doctors.
That's right. The culture. Exactly. Whenever there's something that has to deal with.
Where is the place? You know, the people have help, free some things. You know, a lot of people, you know, live in the neighborhood for a long time. They don't know, and 2 blocks down they have help.
That's right. That's right.
And this show, and so many shows on BronxNet or Cablevision, we have opportunity to let them know where is the place.
That's right.
Now I can tell you where she is.
Okay.
She's right there.
Okay, are we ready for her? All right then. Marin, can you do your introduction of the next young lady to come on the set?
All right. Right here with us. And now, what do you call the show?
In the Neighborhood Live.
In the Neighborhood Live. All right. She is Berenice de Piazza from Uruguay. Applause for her.
Applause. Applause.
Take it away. Music. Go.
Everything disappears all around me in just a second. That is all. I thought I could.
don't have much time left here in the studio. Lady Mossab, what we got coming up tonight?
We got the film festival, the music festival, the art festival at Madison Square Garden, and CY has
That's right. CY has announced that he's going to be it's a music festival, film festival, and an art festival at Madison Square Garden tonight. Please check out the website where they can get in touch.
It's www.h2oiff.org.
Okay, and the dates of your event?
From November 11th through the 16th, launching at the Bronx Museum, Aaron Davis Hall. This weekend, Zulu Nation anniversary at the National Black Theater. And November 21st and 22nd, a hip hop education summit at the door.
All right, Mr. Roderick Giles.
It's a Fade Up Film Contest. It happens on the 19th of November at Juno, 64 Downing Street, off of Varick. The site is ClarendonEntertainment.com, ClarendonEnt.com. And again, we give away a cash prize. We're only taking short films, under 30 minutes.
All right, Chapin. All right, Chapin.
Hey, call 917-459-3898. It's free. You call when you use your phone.
All right. Yo, I'm out of here like I stole something. Stay blessed. Peace.